This is Prof Schmidt. I'm here in my office at the what I call Iowa Presidential Caucus headquarters. It's January in Iowa. It's brutally cold. The wind is whipping. The temperatures are below zero, which is sometimes the way things are here. Um, we're a year away from the Iowa caucuses, but today the Iowa Republican Party meets to decide whether an event that has preceded the Iowa caucuses every 4 years as a presidential testing ground, namely the Ames straw poll, is being considered because there has been some doubt that it would continue as a political event in the summer prior to the Iowa caucuses. Governor Terry Branstad has been worried that the Ames straw poll was not accurate enough and could therefore create doubt as to the validity of Iowa as the first in the nation. It's true that in past Ames straw polls, people who then did not go on to either win the caucuses or get the nomination did very well. Michelle Bachmann is the most recent example, a congresswoman from Minnesota. But people like myself and others who think that the Ames straw poll is a valid and useful event have always pointed out that essentially it is really not part of the Iowa caucuses. Not any more than, let's say, a major poll that's taken by a polling agency or a polling company before the caucuses is part of the caucuses. You know, if Gallup or the Washington Post or some other major news organization carries out a poll that shows a certain candidate ahead in Iowa, and that happens months before the before the Iowa caucuses, we don't consider those polls to be part of the Iowa caucuses. The difference is that the Ames straw poll is actually run by the Republican Party, and it's run as a fundraiser for the party. And people come from all over the U.S. to support their favorite candidate. And the candidates spend a lot of money attracting supporters to vote on that day of the Ames straw poll. But to me, it's more like a political festival. You know, there are bands, there are barbecue, there are tents, and all kinds of people dressed up in political garb. And I think it's a fun event, and I'm therefore cheering for the Republican Party to support the 2015 summer Ames Republican straw poll. I've actually recommended to the Democrats that they should run their own straw poll for Democratic candidates for president, maybe on a different day, and it would make it a kind of a pollapalooza or something like that, as I call it, of political activity at a time of year, which is the summer, when there isn't much other political news. This is Prof Schmidt. Hope to see you in the MOOC, the massive open online free course that we are going to be offering in the fall of 2015 on the Iowa caucuses.